what does it extend my life? I'm like, well, not really. And she's like, well, if it's not gonna do that, I don't want it.
That's like the people that say life insurance is to keep you alive. No, life insurance is so when you die, they can pay money to have your funeral so your family members don't have to pay for it.
Basically, life insurance pays for your funeral, your estate taxes, and it also helps like your
Yes,
family
but
with like
it's mainly
it
for
also pays your family like their surviving family like a salary so that they can survive without a job for a little bit, so that they can, kind of have some grievance time. Basically, that's where life insurance kicks in.
Cause Paul, when the drone that took the picture that Justin Bieber posted,
yes.
it has like
No
an
life.
RTX. It has like a ray tracing thing with the lighting.
Clouds. How else
Hmm.
could I see everything?
Yeah, I think my highest tier would be above 20 because then you make double digit numbers per person instead of single.
Uh-huh.
Introducing your champion.
Because you know that can help pay rent more than a single digit.
Uh-huh.
And if people are gonna bitch, then I'm like, you do have one for $2.99.
Uh-huh.
So it's two ninety nine
299.
99 99 99 99 99.
Yeah, just accidentally add
299.
like 50
Are
extra
you out of your
nines.
mind? Did you know that? That it's 299. Are you out of your mind?
In my head.
Can't make up your mind, mind.
Well, light boys!
Heads
Wait,
up. An alert has been issued for your area. The
Christopher?
National Weather
Yeah.
Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for your area.
Yes.
When the Algonquin Commons on Instagram are giving away $100 gift card for any store in the Commons.
Uh-huh.
Fancy!
Imagine I win that.
What? What? My eyes are strained, but oh well. What? I have very sensitive eyes, can you tell?
Attention.
Great. Safe to touch down. We're
Oh,
all
look.
leaving the next
There's a
one.
guy over there.
Did you just assume their gender? That's offensive.
We're not alone, squad. Got a bogey.
Yeah.
No gun. That's good to have in battle. No gun.
Mm-hmm. And also guys on the other side of the field.
You said guy? Ooh. What if it's an it?
Or what if it's... Or what if it's a them?
What if
Mozambique here!
Mozambique! Gotta be
What?
enthusiastic, because it's fun.
Can't make up your mind.
Yep, boys. Next thing you know, I can't look at your stream. The bitrate's too high. It's like, I toned it to 2200. Which is basically higher than 2000. But under half of 5,000. So, if you can't run 2.2 megabits, you have an issue.
Ooh.
Right?
Hmm.
Especially when it's only at 720p. Like in a video, it makes sense for a lot of people to watch 1080p. But for people who have shit internet, they might be able to watch a live stream at 1080p for like 10 minutes, and then the rest of the stream they wouldn't be able to watch because it's too intense. So I'd rather have someone have a consistent 30 to 30 FPS at 720 than try to get consistent 30 FPS at 1080 and then have it go down to like 15 because the internet can't handle it. Just like 30, just like if you play a game. Oh my god, what's happening to my voice?
What is happening to your voice?
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Are you Arnold Schwarzenegger now?
No, my voice just like gave out though. I don't know what it
Aye.
was.
Get to the chopper.
Basically, what I'm saying is, fuck. Now I forgot what I was saying. Nice. What were we talking about? So tired.
Do you suffer from short-term memory loss?
No, I just got distracted from
Memory
my own
loss.
stupidity.
You were this. You were moved.
What was it talking about? I don't remember. No, this is weird.
You were talking about.
My sentence.
I suffer from short-term memory loss. Well, I think I do.
I think I do.
Because she can't remember. Anyways, I don't know what remember, and that's gonna drive me crazy because I don't remember what I was talking about.
Incoming care package.
Oh, and the
I
other
just
kid-
feel weird because in the middle of a stream I forgot what I was talking about.
Evo shield here.
Oh, when Nemo, his dad said it's the door. Can you show us the direction? He's like, I suffer from short-term memory loss, and he's like, okay, you can show us the direction. It's like you're gonna have someone that can't remember anything show you the direction. That doesn't make any sense.
It's kind of like how in Avatar, you know Toph, the blind girl.
Yeah.
They always play jokes on Toph. It's like here's a wanted poster, and it's a depiction of you. It's like, can't you see that that I can't see? Idiot! And then they just punch, and then it just punches Sokka right in the face, and like in the
Oh, that sounds lovely.
shoulder.
As well,
Yeah, I'm brain dead. Yes?
when the girl that is in Grease Lightning died.
Uh-huh. Be sure to sub so you live forever and you win $1 million. Because that's how that works.
You just
Uh-huh.
on YouTube. If you don't sub and like, this will call in your
See,
bed when you're.
if you can't sub
you
and it's
don't
free, you have an issue.
If you don't sub, those prowlers will attack you.
Yeah.
You see the joke?
What? I suffer from short-term memory loss.
I said there was a short-term memory loss. And that's when you just go like, I don't think you suffer from short-term memory loss. I think you're just stupid.
He touched the butt!
Prowler.
I just want to be a Toys R Us kid.
You
know, Too bad I forgot to click record. Well, I'm live streaming, but I should have recorded the live stream so I can take a clip of the fact that I frickin' forgot how to speak and just make jokes about myself.
Ooh, you said the word frickin'. I'm
Ooh.
sorry.
Prowler. Prowler nest clears.
I'm telling on you.
He touched the butt!
Uh-huh.
Teachers, he's gonna make me ink.
Recharging my shields.
Anthony, do you like the thumbnail?
Mhm.
Oh, I was talking about like the FPS thing. Now I remember. So like, just like in a game, they don't recommend getting 30 FPS, but if you get a consistent 30 FPS with barely any like lag between frames, that's actually, you're better off getting that than like getting
A higher frame rate,
60
yeah.
FPS, but having it have like 20 milliseconds of latency. Like if you have like 5 milliseconds of latency with 30 FPS, it will be smoother than 60 FPS at like 30 latency.
New kill leader. They can have it. My sights are set higher.
Wow, it took me that long to remember that. Really?
Next ring's not close, people.
I just like the fact that you can pick your member prices and stuff. I didn't aim high enough to do this game.
Wait, you have members enabled?
No. I have to get monetized first. But I'm saying with members,
Gotcha.
he touched
Hey,
the
how about
butt!
you dying today?
With members, you can pick your prices and you can name them different things. But on YouTube, the streamer keeps, you know, on Twitch how it's 50-50 split. I need to recharge.
That thumbnail I see a
think
picture
behind.
of Kendall Gray.
No, it's Eden and Eddie.
No, a different thumbnail I'm looking at. Actually, the thumbnail that you have for the stream that you're doing right now, it just shows a picture of your face. It just shows your
It's because
YouTube.
it updates. Hold on. It updates after the thing's been already live. Live? What? Too many people. It updates afterwards. Here, I'll send you a picture of it on Discord.
Oh, I've seen it. I think it was the one I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
With the lifeline.
Basically, I like it. Basically, if you didn't know, Twitch has a 50-50 split for subscriptions. Right? YouTube has a 70-30, so the streamer keeps 70%, YouTube takes 30.
Uh-huh.
So, meaning you can price a tier lower than a Twitch tier 1 sub and still make more money. Depending on what you price at. He touched the butt.
Mm-hmm.
My arm sweat from home day.
Uh-huh. That's usually how that works.
So this I might change the names for the members, but I don't remember. I'm not sure. Noob, tier 1 noob, tier 2 rookie, tier 3 fanboy, and tier 4 master chief.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from Halo. And basically, the master chief is like the flex tier.
When I mean on his
Is your
thing.
champion.
He needs some milk.
You know that's a thing of water, but it looks close enough to milk.
Uh-huh. Willie, I suck.
You're the jump master.
Do you like the low latency mode?
I'm not watching right now, so...
No,
I
Anthony, do you
wouldn't
like
be
the
able to-
low latency mode?
Can't tell a difference.
Well, normal is 10 to 20 second delay with an average of 5 seconds. Low latency is 2 to 5, and then ultra low. No, low latency is 5 to 10. Ultra low is 2 to 5. I think that's how it works. So normal latency can be up to a 30-second delay. So if you want to stream 1440p or 4K, which you can do on YouTube, you're gonna have like a 20 to 30-second average delay. So if you want ultra low or low, you have to, I'm pretty sure you have to do 1080p or lower.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Ring in countdown. Beginning ring in countdown. He needs some milk. Yeah, I just like how there's more customization. So, like, the Twitch layout of streaming is more simple when it comes to actually looking at the stream view, but YouTube, there's more you can add. I've noticed.
There is a new kill leader.
Careful, no kill leader. Marking our surroundings.
Lloyd did nothing. Whee! Did you see that I pinned your comment, Anthony? Huh? Nice. Didn't realize Discord crashed on me.
Careful.
And I think when that happened, your stream froze and then it unfroze itself.
Nice. When I pinned your comment. He touched the butt. See, on Twitch you could schedule a stream, but it doesn't notify someone through the schedule thing. Like, it doesn't... Like, you know how when someone goes, like, say Dr. Disrespect, when he goes live on YouTube, he could schedule it, like, 30 minutes ahead of time, and it will tell you 30 minutes ahead that he's going live, and then notify you when he's live, too.
Yeah.
What's heal?
Oh, so, you know, wait for the rep rep.
He needs, if people don't sub, the world is gonna end.
Careful. No
Well,
kill
the
leader.
world's eventually gonna end anyways.
We have the benefits.
That's gonna end
We are
fast, though.
inside the ring.
And you're gonna
Well,
be forever
you don't know
alone.
if it's gonna end. None of us will know because we'll all be dead.
Our champion has fallen.
Oh yeah. I just know that it's eventually going to.
Yeah, as
No, it
very
never went.
quickly, very soon. If people don't sub, the world's gonna end.
Next thing you know, the was like, no, we're not gonna listen to silent. We're just gonna be infinite.
It just lasts like 200 quintillion years.
Well, it could. It doesn't need people to live. You know, plants kind of grow on their own. You know, rain, sun.
Here comes
Oh,
the
200
sun. My
quintillion
eyes
years.
are strained.
Sun won't have any fuel left.
It produces fuel. It doesn't need fuel. It's like having gas run out of gas.
Huh?
Well, having fire run out of fire. Well, fire is its own thing. Like, you can put out a fire, but if you never put out the fire, it will keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going.
Until, you know, eventually the thing feeding the fire runs out.
Well, no, it will just keep going and going and going unless rain puts it out. If a human doesn't put it out, then it's not going out at all.
Well, unless it's wood and there's only enough wood. Unless the
No,
wood
I'm saying, like,
completely
if you
burns and
caught,
there's
like,
nothing left.
grass on fire and it spreaded, it would keep catching all the grass on fire, all the plants on fire.
And the
all
only
the
time
trees
it
on
would go
fire.
out is if nothing is no longer there. Like, if everything is no longer there, then there's nothing to keep the fire going.
Huh? But if it was constant stuff, then it would keep going and going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
That's the problem with forest fires nowadays. Like, there's a reason why you have to have, you know, firemen go to forest fires to put them out. It's because they naturally don't go out.
Uh-huh.
I've even seen videos online where, like, there's forest fires in the middle of it raining.
Here comes the sun.
Because the fire is hotter than the rain, so, like, the rain isn't strong enough to put the fire actually out. It's like saying that, like,
Ah.
rain can put out a volcano. It's never gonna happen.
Scanning the area.
Washington.
calling upon nature's strength.
I go closer to tag them.
Might be something good this way.
There's a thing now. They're like counteracting the thing because I don't see anyone getting tagged. Unless there's no one actually here. Which would be kind of dumb for them to place that shield thing there if there's no one there.
You thing, the fence. Or you can
Uh-huh.
shoot the fence.
Yeah.
I checked this already, yeah.
Just have silent knuckle cluster.
Marking our surroundings.
I noticed the all-through one's easier to use again. Like, before it was really easy to use, then they made it less accurate, and now it's not as easy to use when the game first came out, but still somewhat easy.
Well, last season they didn't do anything with the 301.
No, the last time I played at Apex consistently, basically when the game first came out, the all-301 was really easy to use. Then after a while, they made it more difficult, and now, for some reason, I feel like it's easier.
Replicator on its way.
Scanning the area.
Probably just because you get used to using it. And it's easy.
Yeah, but when the game first came out, it didn't have as much recoil as it has now. I don't like these iron sights because there's not just a dot and then there's a red circle around the dot. My eyes automatically focus on the red circle instead of the dot, making like headshots and like more accurate shots actually
what?
more
You
difficult.
just call that an iron sight? That's not an iron sight.
I said red dot.
I'm pretty sure you said iron sight.
I'm pretty sure I said like sight, but okay.
Because iron sight means you didn't put any sight on it.
They're just using.
Or it's a red dot sight made of iron.
Yeah, because a hologram is made out of iron.
No, the actual surrounding area of it. Like the actual sight part could be made out of iron. Probably not because it would be super heavy on the gun.
Next thing you know, it's made out of lead, and it gives you cancer.
Uh-huh.
The ring is close. Time graces us.
Well, now we have to move because
Of course we do.
ring.
So Anthony,
Mm-hmm.
if you ever
Less than 1 minute.
should
The ring is
someone
not
be
far.
a noob or a master chief? A noob or a master chief?
What about?
Why is your audio just sound
Ring will
like
be
that?
closing in 30, but she ain't far.
Oh, its audio is glitchy.
If someone this, I could talk like this.
Uh-huh.
Sound like the water boy when he goes, wee!
Basically, I'm gonna have the lowest tier called
Rings
noob,
close,
and I'm
10
pretty sure I'm
seconds.
gonna have
Hold
the
on
highest
to
tier
your
called
knickers.
master chief. Notice as I have another one called Captain Price.
Next thing you know, they copyright that.
Even though it's just a name, you're not actually.
This,
We're inside the ring.
You just caught Richard Sporting Goods.
Evo shield here. Level 3.
Uh-huh.
Which I don't understand how the word dick and Richard have anything to do with each other. One's
It's
all,
like
one's
when Bob stands for Robert. It's like what? It's not even close. At least Chris makes sense because it's half of. It's like part of the
Yeah.
name Christopher or Christian.
Uh-huh, and they're both C's.
Yeah.
You don't spell the word Bob with R. Because then it'd be
That's right.
Rob. Right?
That's
Reckon we should go here.
Scanning the area.
Oh, it targeted a fence instead. Nice. We're gonna make it hard to. Literally tag them and Silent, you're blocking my shot. Nice.
Oh,
And
they
they're
were up.
clumsy.
uh-huh.
It's like, oh, tags them, doesn't show up.
Uh-huh.
You die.
Mm-hmm. They don't have a spoon. Or use a fork.
Spoon? I didn't need a spoon in Apex.
God damn it.
You need to get some. You need to gather some sugar so the medicine can go down.
Which, yeah, that's definitely healthy. Let's combine drugs with sugar. Makes sense.
You know, sugar I count as drug.
You're combining two drugs together, essentially.
Old
Oh,
MacDonald had a
spoon.
farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Always spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine.
I feel like it would make the medicine not go down because it would make it taste better. But
It
you also,
would also make it less less effective.
you're swallowing powder.
Hmm?
My eyes are strange, so.
That's like putting cinnamon in your mouth and swallowing it. It's not gonna work very well.
Be good sports and don't die too quick, eh?
Hmm?
So how much should it be? $19.99 a month or $30 a month? Or not $29.99 a month? For the highest tier.
$29.99,
Yes. $29.99.
and then
Next thing you know, you make it
$69.
$69.69.
and then
I wish that was the thing, but it's not.
Pretty sure there is a limit.
The limit, I think, is $99.99 or something like that.
nine.
So, then you have the people, if I made one $10.99, they're like, oh, you make $11 per person? No, that's not how that works.
Current limit is based off of a Google Play Store card, and the highest Google Play Store card you can get is $200. So you can go up to $200.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only carry a Google Play balance up to $200 before you have to spend it. Before you can add more.
I already have my prices set. Obviously, they might change based on certain factors.
But if
$2.99
you use
is
a
the
debit
new.
card, it doesn't even use your Google Play balance. It just uses
Wookie
the debit balance.
is $4.99. Fanboy is $7.99, and Master Chief is either gonna be $19.99 or $29.99.
Yeah.
Like that's what people would do. They'll be like, "Oh, $10.99 for
or
No.
just make it $10 each, so it's $9.99, then $29. Oh, then $19.99, and then $29.99.
That means
Rapid.
basically the lower tiers would only make me single digit numbers per person versus the highest would make double digit numbers.
That's what I would do. Just do like $9.99, $29.
You have to have if you're not really known, you have to have a cheap one just as an excuse for people to buy something.
That is cheap. It's $10 a month. I don't want damn free, son.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Hodge twins say.
Well, those is like $3.99, but then they're like, we're gonna advertise it as $3.99 and then up it by $1 later.
Like minimum wage around here is $12 an hour. You make that $10
I hear someone.
subscription, like you make $2 more than that every hour that you work.
Hear that?
Marking our surroundings.
But now he just know. Well, he did. Now he knows. Okay, can I peek him? He's, I think, coming around.
You're using walls. You're a cheater.
You stuck with that?
New kill leader out there.
Thermite grenades.
At least that'll push them back.
Stockadoo, stockadoo, stockadoo.
Give me sight.
Didn't Malcolm?
Lay low.
Gotta be careful of the window. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
The ring is distant. Trust the winds.
Juicing me shields.
Did he actually push or did he pretend to? Oh, those two people.
Attention, the champion has been
Give me a
eliminated.
sec.
The ring is far. A champion has fallen. It was their time. Scanning the area.
Right going long.
Strong
Nice.
work. Finish the last of that enemy squad. Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
No, instead of 10, I'm gonna make it 7.99 so people spam it. Did my Discord crash again? No. It's good.
No.
I just gonna keep assuming it crashes because it keeps doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, they can't afford that. It's like, well, what?
The ring is moving to
Sometimes it's not that someone can't afford it, it's that they don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're an idiot and you spent like buy a $10 subscription 200 times, then that's why you can't afford an extra $10. But then just don't be that person. Right?
Hmm.
Like, so you know, $2.99 for the noob tier is still too expensive. It's like, really?
Got us a care package coming in.
You're like, really?
Attention, the kill leader has
But
been
think about it. If they're gonna sign up and pay more often, that usually means they can afford to pay more because they're already paying more by paying more often than just donating. Like, if you do a super chat or a donation once of $10, that is still cheaper than $10 a month.
Well, even then, unless your minimum wage is fucking
So it's not that I won't be
$2.
thankful. It's just don't say that something is unaffordable one.
It's not. Minimum wage around here is $12 an hour. every hour you go to work, you can make enough money to spend $10 every month.
Bless me with sight.
Gotta clown that away.
Saw him
That didn't
with
even-
my own eyes.
Bathe in the blue.
Well, I saw him with my own eyes. Do I really need to tag him?
Well, yeah, because if he's moving away,
Yeah, it does make it easier.
I can track his footprints. He's not paying
Back to the
attention.
enemy.
Shit, recoil. What the hell is he doing?
They shooting at me.
Scanning the area. Down the hostile on Scotty.
Peek. Where'd he go? Oh,
Strong over there.
oh.
Drone detected.
Well,
Reloading.
Reloading.
Not that way.
Clown over there.
Recharging my shields.
Juicing me shields.
Bless me with sight.
Do that. Just a minute.
Firing.
Healing my wounds.
Stand back. Nothing fucking firing.
well, I can make the cheapest $3.99, so I can say that it's $1 cheaper than a tier 1 sub for Twitch.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Half the squads are gone. Separating the boys from the men.
Of course, my parents are home.
Be aware
So,
of the new kill leader.
Come on.
which means they probably brought groceries, which, you know.
Marking our surroundings.
I can't heal anything. I don't
Reloading.
know.
Took out a Joker.
They're like, God damn it.
Launching me Arcstar.
Marking our surroundings.
Reload.
On.
Reloading.
Sometimes you gotta do risky moves. Seconds and I can mark 'em.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Reloading.
Got 'em.
Killed that Joker.
Nice.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
Blessings upon us.
Oh, like, God
Replicator
damn it,
descends.
right?
Yes.
I bet you those people in this world that if something was 99 cents a month, they would still say it's too expensive. As an excuse to not
All
sign up
Father,
for
give me
something.
sight.
Instead of just being
Uh-huh.
honest and being like, look, I don't want to sign on. Instead of say, oh, it's too expensive when it's clearly not.
Mm-hmm.
A bridge.
Huh?
That's 15 cents a day. That's new deal new. Free.
New challenge unlocked.
Where'd Antoine go?
It's close.
Where'd he go?
Hmm.
The ring is close.
It's my grandma.
Snapper?
No.
Half a minute. Ring
Snapper?
Oh no. I'm heading to the ring.
is near. Marking our surroundings.
3, 2, 1, go.
Enemy over there.
Warning. Ring closing.
That'd be an enemy, fellas.
Want to ring
Already
close.
inside the ring, fellas. Next round's on me. Hit
Trust in the All Father.
Behind.
enemy here. Hold on to your asses. Let it rip. Don't get too nervy. Shield.
Headshot?
I downed a hostile.
Fire an arc stuff.
Shit.
Fire.
Come on. Oh my god, my aim.
Reloading. Bless me with sight.
Wait, what? Oh, god.
Attention.
You killed the kill leader.
Has been eliminated.
God
Killed
damn
the kill
it.
leader. Fine.
I killed the kill leader.
Marking here.
Shit, he's low.
Who?
He was low. Up the stairs, yep. Of course, he's gonna use the shield I placed against it.
Replicator on its way.
Hey, at least I basically YOLO'd it. It's like, oh, if I'm gonna fall down, or if I'm gonna get down, I'm gonna do as much damage as possible so you can get him down.
Hmm. You go over there though.
Joker over there.
Of course, I need a weapon.
Rings close and closing in 45. It's moving. Clown there. Lucky me. Letting rip. Rings near with 30 on the clock. Let's move.
Shit, they detected me. Oh god.
Bless me with sight. Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
They're distracted, so
Low on
we should
shields and low on ammo.
say we can try to
10
get
seconds.
an
The ring is
advantage
close.
by heading to the ring. There's a death box
Death
up there
box
if you,
here.
you can see if there's ammo. There's also some
Shotgun ammo here, fellas.
shotgun stuff.
Yeah, I thought my loot was in here.
Listen up, fellas. The ring's moving and we're on
No.
the wrong side of it. Got us a care package coming in.
Okay.
Another bloody
Oh.
squad's attacking us.
Over there.
Clown there. Lucky me. Recharge.
Marking our surroundings.
Being shot at. Letting rip.
Thermite grenade set.
Recharging me shields.
Forced to push. Of course.
Being
We're
shot
gonna
at.
use it as an advantage.
Marking our surroundings.
Shit. Shit.
Down the hostile.
God damn it.
Attention.
Yep.
There is a new kill leader.
No kill leader.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was the kill leader too. Cool. When I was the kill leader?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, that seems a little reasonable. Right? $3.99,
Mm-hmm.
$5.99, $9.99, and $19.99. So it goes $2 more for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
$3. Wait.
What?
$4 more, and then $5 more. I don't know.
I'm just here for a laugh or two. Anyone got a light?
I am with you, and you are with me. And today, we fight.
Introducing your champion.
The battle begins. May the gods bless you. I will choose our location for battle.
I would choose the location for bottle. I don't know where to do. Really? No matter where I jump? You're gonna... Probably better to jump in a building, so then you have cover if, when you find loot. That's not an entrance. This is nice.
Attention. First blood.
First blood.
Chris sucks at Apex. I wonder how long it took me to realize that. Chris also sucks at not realizing how many times Discord has crashed.
Uh-huh. Don't you enjoy when Discord just crashes at you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, let's just make sure that you crash
Be aware
extra
of the new kill leader.
today, right?
Yes. Okay.
New kill leader.
You are the Apex champion. Wait, I'm the Apex kill leader? What? I'm the Apex kill leader, but also the Apex champion? What? I could imagine it tries to say kill leader, but it because champion precedes kill leader, like it supersedes it.
New kill leader out
You
there.
know,
Wanna go get her?
it gives you the it glitches out.
Attention.
It says that
There
it's
is a new kill leader.
I don't need that anymore.
Got us a new kill leader.
Kill
Wouldn't
leader.
mind saying g'day to him.
Not myself, fully decked out.
Like, maybe if I got, like, a huge following, I could get away
Fouling?
Following, I could get away with $2.99 a month. Like, I actually did the math, and that is, like... How are you gonna pay rent with $2.09?
You don't.
Well, how do you do that with
900.
$2.79?
I'm keeping with 900.
No, but at least that gives me follow than $2.
Uh-huh. I'm just saying 900's not even enough.
Cause you also have to count the fact that you can. I think you can do discounts on the subscriptions
With
for like the first
YouTube,
month.
Yeah. You can
So
have,
if
like,
I want to give it a discount, then you have to factor how much it would be if you gave someone a discount.
Mm-hmm. Like the first month discount could be like 10 or 20%.
Which would make it $3.19.
Uh-huh. Boosted loader.
Gotta hop up here. Boosted loader.
I mean, technically, I could use the argument $3.99 a month is under the average, because the
After
average
squads of
is
dust,
$4.99
and
a
the rest
month.
of dust in waiting.
Mm-hmm. Like if you're gonna complain about that, you know what you need?
Good job.
Yes.
Attention.
'Cause
Well,
guess
I
what?
just think that if you take all your time to do something, you might as well get monetized. You might as well monetize yourself if you're gonna spend time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Care package on high.
So, like, huh? You can always have time to, like, you can always, you know.
And if you don't want to do that, then you just send a donation.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just watch for free.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Anyone over there? Nope. Not a cat.
Basically, the difference is if you got the 30, if you did get the 30% cut and you make it $3.99 a month, no, $2.99 a month, you'll get $2.09 per person. If you make it $3.99 a month, you'll get $2.79 person, $2.79 per person, which is still not that much, but at least 79 cents makes it closer to $3 than $2. Basically, you can't be too greedy, but you also can't undervalue yourself.
If you undervalue yourself, no one's gonna.
Yeah,
Why do
because
you
they feel like you don't have the confidence to charge more.
Uh-huh. Why do you think I put my headshots? I used to charge like $5, and now I've bumped it up to 20s now. Like, even though I had it at 15, but then it's like, PayPal is like, oh, we're gonna increase fees. So I'm like, okay, I'll just increase my prices to 20. Oh,
Enemy over there.
I am taking fire.
Being shot at. Here comes the old knuckle cluster.
really?
Truth on down.
Really? That doesn't really give you any shield. That's only damage to heat.
In possession of our brethren's base.
No dodge! There was no way to get out of that.
Papa?
So yeah, highest tier $10.99 or $19.99. If you make it like 10 something, right? You get more people signing up, but because it's cheaper, it requires more people.
And then I found out
So I don't know what to do.
that NVIDIA apparently is desperate to sell those GPUs that they have in stock
Uh-huh.
because they couldn't sell too many of them because they were really overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to make a lot of the 30 series half off
Uh-huh.
on top of the, 18% price decrease that they already had.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a good match. I can
So they're going to be closer to like total 60-70% off. Which, more than likely, that means AMD is going to make those cheaper as well to go along with it.
Mm-hmm. It's like NVIDIA.
So basically in September, it might not be a bad idea to buy a GPU.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I end up snagging a GPU, and then it's like 50% off of what it already has on top of the discount. Like, what the?
If I can get the money, I'll probably buy a GPU at the end of this month.
Uh-huh.
Well, starting August. I don't want to buy it like end of August because then I feel like all the people that are trying to snag deals, they might run out of stock.
Well, I cannot freaking see. Well, I can, it's just my eyes are strained. Basically, the more
Like,
tiers you
hopefully
give
you get
someone
enough.
as an option, the more things you have to add to it. But the more options they get.
The battle begins.
Mm-hmm.
Stop! Stop! uses a scope on a triple take. That's a thing.
Beginning ring countdown.
Looky here, lads. We're inside the ring.
Scope on a triple take, scope on it. There's 500 triple takes over here. What the hell? Why is there like 5 million freaking triple takes here? Apex, that's a lot of triple takes.
Notice this is the double take.
Oh, nice. My internet's lagging again. At least it's not crashing, but it is lagging.
Champion eliminated.
So,
See,
He's gone.
see?
Guess they'll give
If-
the title to any old joker.
That's also my logic into things. If I price too low, I get shit quality stuff.
mm-hmm.
And then people struggle to watch because it's shit quality.
Be aware of the new kill
Mm-hmm.
leader.
Okay, you already have blue.
Papa? That blue?
Huh?
That blue? Papa?
Uh-huh. Why am I kidding? Packet lock.
Nani?
Uh-huh.
Nani? Yeah.
Don't you enjoy packet loss? The best.
Next thing you know, people bitch.
Well, maybe the pot.
I can't afford Master Chief.
Maybe the packet silent should go find their parents.
Uh-huh. Maybe the packets need to, you know, stop getting lost. Right?
Well, the money, I kind of want to buy a Red Devil 6800 XT. Not that I need the XT version, but
Uh-huh. Next thing you know.
it is more expensive, but it's also not bad of a price. So the MSRP of the 6800 XT is 650.
Separating the boys
This
from
is
the
five. This is 690. So it's only
6, 9.
it's only $40 more for a better card. So it's not like
You said 690, so I said 6, 9.
uh-huh.
Whatever, sauce. Biden.
Plus, if I'm not gonna buy a card for like the next 3 years, right? Might as well buy something beefier.
All father, give me sight.
Got us a new kill leader.
Fire.
Already inside the ring, though.
Oh god. Oh god. So much going on, I can't.
You know what's funny though?
What?
Guess how much? Even this isn't like obviously this is expensive, but it's not. It's definitely cheaper than what the Founders Edition is. You know, you get a Red Devil. You can get a brand new Red Devil, right? Actually, it's renewed, but technically renewed just means someone bought it and didn't want it, and they didn't use it. So, guess what a 6900 XT Red Devil is selling for on Amazon?
How much?
$730.
Nice.
But a 6900 XT Founders Edition is $1,000.
Uh-huh.
So even though that's $730, that's not actually that bad.
Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, I just get a...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at that price. If I need to up it, I can always up it later.
Next thing you know,
'Cause you know what it equals to?
Mm-hmm.
3 cents a day.
Mm-hmm.
3 cents.
Right?
Whoop-de-doop-de-doo.
mm,
Next thing
You
you
and I
know,
will survive
if I just
together.
get a 6700 XT or 6800,
Uh-huh. All I know is I get to take advantage of the deals. And because stuff's already cheaper, and stuff's
Uh-huh.
not getting more expensive, it's actually getting cheaper as time's going on.
Mm-hmm. You would think it would be the opposite because inflation.
Well, no, because the new shit's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't physically sell a 6900 XT for more than what it's supposed to go for if it's becoming obsolete. It can still be good. It's just not going to be the new thing. So they can't sell it at a new price if it's not a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember, these cards came out like a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
but none of us had them because they were just so overpriced and you could barely get them.
Mm-hmm.
Attention. First blood.
So anyone who wanted a 6000 series Radon and was like, oh, I can't buy one, well, now you can.
Right, everyone?
You just have to buy a good enough one that will last you until you need to upgrade. If you be a Devious 3 and be like, oh, I'm just going to buy a 3060 or 6600 XT, well, now you're going to replace that a lot sooner because not only it's a low-end card, you also bought a 2020 card. Yeah, actually, these cards are older than a year. You bought like a 2020 card in 2020. Like you bought a 200. You bought a 2020 card in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So you know.
Well, it's a little less than 2 years.
Champ's dead.
Yeah, it's like a year and a half.
Here's the head that wears the bullet holes. Got us a new kill leader. Wouldn't mind
And you
saying
can technically fall down there.
But what I'm saying is, if you wait like a year and a half, 2 years after they release, you're not going to get the same length out of it than if you bought it when it came out.
I don't know how you got down though.
Zip line.
Mm-mm-mm.
Because I was trying to gather loot. Yeah, that's my argument with people. If you fucking complain about a price, just don't buy it.
That's pretty nice, because if that 6900 XT stays in stock, that's not actually that bad. That's actually really cheap. Because remember, prices are getting lower each day. That's $730. If it gets any lower than that, you're looking at 6800 XT amounts of money for a 6900 XT.
69, huh? Uh-huh.
Bow is a bow. A bow,
Bow
is
is a bow. Bow, 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 bow.
Your bow is out of ammo. Would you like to refill it?
It's out of bow bullets.
Yeah, you click the reload button. It's like, would you like to confirm that you want it? Please confirm that you want to reload.
Please confirm that you have enough money to reload. Like, what?
Yeah, the 6900 XT is the price of some of the high-end 6800 XTs.
Bow is a bow. Bow, 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 bow.
Is a bow, is a bow. A bow is a bow.
Remember hydration.
Notices the hydration doesn't remember you.
You know what? When people say, you really shouldn't talk about money on the stream, who gives a shit? As long as I don't start making money and tell you how much I make on a stream, then I'm not technically breaking terms of service.
Yeah, if I'm saying how much GPU costs, it doesn't. You have no idea how much money I have.
Like if I say I'm
You
trying to
just know how
decide a
much
price for a
how to
membership,
do it.
that doesn't tell you how much money I make. I would make
Mm-hmm.
because
I
varies.
just told you.
It's like when you say something's $10 a month. Well, it's not. I don't make. If I made something $9.99, I don't make $9.99. Make 30% of that. Well, no, 70% because they take 30.
Got us a care package coming in.
That's typically how that works.
Bow
Mhm.
is a bow. A bow is a bow. Bow is a bow. A bow is a bow.
So it's not that I wouldn't be grateful. I'm just saying, simply saying, bro, if you can't afford $3.99,
Or just wait for Crystal to come over to my apartment and he could bring the USB thingy he made over.
Mm-hmm.
well, I didn't do the thing yet.
But how'd you reset your PC?
Squads have cocked it, fellas. On ya.
What do you mean?
I thought you reset your PC because your PC broke or something.
Yeah, but I didn't do the Rufus thing.
But I don't need to do the Rufus thing because I can just
Oh,
once
you
I
mean
get
Windows? Yeah,
That's
there's
what I'm
Windows on it. But I
Yeah,
can't.
it's
I
like
didn't use the
default Windows.
Samsung one because it didn't support.
what I'm saying is once I get my
other
PC
computer.
reset, I can do that anyways and then just reset it again with the reset.
Like telling
Mhm.
people not to talk about money is like telling people to not talk about life.
Really?
Basically. If you think about it, that's what that is.
That's like what's his name? Asmongold said. One time I saw a video. I forgot what the video was. I think he was talking about like scammers. Because he was reacting to one of the scammer things, scammer like pranks. Right?
Uh-huh.
And someone said, "Move on," and he said, and his response was, "Oh, so you're the type of guy that anytime we talk about real life situations, you want to move on from it and not sit here and listen and talk about it. I see how it is."
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy is just instantly stopped talking in chat because he knew the streamer was right.
Yeah, and he was just looking to start an argument. But an argument that he couldn't win.
Like anytime I bring up real world situations, you always want to bitch. And
Yeah, it's like just because you're on the internet and you're streaming doesn't mean the real world does not exist. That's what people don't keep forgetting. It's like, bro, it's the internet. The internet is, the internet, it's not reality. So you're allowed to talk about real life stuff and have a real life.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a disconnection issue?
Yeah, game crashed.
You
It only happens with just Apex. Every other game that uses easy anti-cheat or
I've not
DirectX,
had that.
it doesn't work. Yeah, it's just Apex. I've also verified the integrity of the files, and it's...
You're probably having the issue that I had on my old computer, but then once I replaced my CPU and my motherboard and got Windows 11, that completely went away.
Yeah.
should I just disconnect because the means
I
fail
just joined, so...
Which kind of makes sense considering Easy Anti-Cheat kind of had an update to support Windows 11 now. So if you're using Windows 10, you're probably gonna have some issues with it
Wow, 18 fucking damage. Yeah,
because they're kind of trying to move on to the new OSs.
we're screwed. Like, I remember William would do that. Let's not talk about that. That's a controversial... Okay. Life is sometimes controversial. You're not just not gonna have a conversation because something's controversial.
I think one time I got mad at him and I told him to put his big boy pants on and shut up. He got really mad at me when I told him to put his big boy pants on. Like, zip up your pants, put your big boy pants on.
Huh?
Or if you would ask me about what I think and what tech he should get, so I told him based on his budget, and he's like, no. It's like, okay, why'd you ask?
This is what I tell those people. You're asking someone that's built multiple PCs and has struggled with your same issues growing up and is older than you and knows more about computers because they have more experience and they've actually built them from scratch other than just buying them from websites, right? that they don't know what they're talking about.
I only used a laptop, which isn't a big experience, but it's still PC experience. I used that at like 13
But that's not what
years
I
old.
You've took out GPUs. You put GPUs in. You took out RAM. Like, at least you understand that concept. You know what's compatible with what. If you never done that,
I wouldn't
How
even
can
be
you-
able to make a part list. Why would? It just wouldn't work.
you can make a part list, but you won't have the understanding of what's actually better. It's like the only reason I know, like, MSI is better than XFX is because of user experience, and every FXX body that I've used has broken by default. So, like, that's just common sense. Like, a lot of PC stuff is just common fucking sense. How do I put in a CPU? You put a square into a square, and you line the triangle up, and you pull a lever down.
The liver, Gronk.
Yeah,
Huh?
I might take a short break after this because my eyes are getting strained.
Like, he even told me, he's like, what? I
I'm
want
not
to
gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna sit here and look away from the monitor for a few minutes.
I think one time he asked me what desktop he should get. I'm like, you should just build one. You save a shit ton of money, and you probably get better specs.
I told
I'm
him
over-
you should build one. If you don't want to, go to
First
Cyberpower.
blood. Game bloody on,
Uh-huh.
fellas.
Well, I just told him to build one, so then you have the experience.
Yeah, if like your GPU breaks and you have the experience, depending on what you're doing, it might be cheaper for you to replace the GPU than the entire system. That's what people do. They have a GPU issue or a CPU issue. They buy an entire new system. Again, when all they have to do is just replace the GPU for cheaper than the entire system.
Yeah, you just have to do a little bit of debugging and figure out what's the source of the problem, and that's what you fix.
Why would I spend? So if I gotta say you gotta build for 1,500, why would I spend 1,500 for another build when I can spend like
Like
350,
400.
500 or whatever it costs for just a new GPU?
And for the price of spending $3,000, the price of spending 1,500 and then spending another 1,500, that's $3,000. You could just build a giant beast of a PC for $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't spend $3,000 because you replace your PC twice in a tiny period of time, when you could just spend $3,000 up front and get a 5950X and 6900 XT build and have that last for a shit ton of time and have an awesome experience.
Here, people.
I forget I picked the wrong tail, but okay.
Like, no one's saying you have to buy the best of the best shit. Like, and one time, he would always bring that up, too. He'd always be like, you always tell people to get the best of the best shit. I'm like, buying a 3070 or a 3060 is not the best of the best, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's one of the best for budget or mid-end,
It's
but
coming
it's
up.
not the best.
We're talking about price to performance here. We're not talking about the best of the best. If you want to go up to me and say, what's the best of the
If
best,
I
I'm
say
gonna tell you,
best, so buy it best to the best, I don't consider the price. If that was the case.
yeah, if I wanted the best of the best, I don't give a fuck about the price.
Unless I said best to the best within reason.
Unless it's a good deal at the time, right? The only reason I'll buy a 1600
But I
XT
can't
is if
afford the
it's a
best of the
deal,
best, so yeah.
right? Why the fuck would you know? Like, if you find a 6900 XT for a good price, then buy it. But if you find it for a price that you can't afford, then obviously don't buy it.
That...
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader out there.
One
Oh, and
time
he's like,
I
"What do you-"
even said, well, what at the low end? I'm like, well, you could even get a 3060 Ti if you find a good one. That's too expensive. But
Okay,
what?
what do you want to call this? Gonna last you a fucking year?
That's
What?
too expensive to run 1080p.
Dude, you do realize that most people spend 400 to 500 on a GPU nowadays? Like, like on a low end system. Like, I see a lot of people with 5600Xs and 3060s, and a 3060 is average $400, $500.
Well, less now, but yeah.
but still around 380, 400.
Like, why not get the 3060? It has 12 gigs. It doesn't matter if it has 12 versus 8. The 3060 Ti is the better card.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people will buy a 3060 for $400, and then
What
you have some
Nvidia
people-
did is they made the 3060, the non-Ti, have more gigs than the Ti to up the price,
Yes,
to make
I
it
know.
sell.
But what I'm saying, at a low end budget, what do typical people buy? If you look at most people's PCs, even at the low end, most of them don't have 3050s. Most of them don't have, like, you know, a lot of people that are building custom builds or having companies like NZXT and stuff
Like,
build
my
those
PC
systems.
is really, really good. But it's not that I'm not gonna make an argument and say, well, it couldn't use some load. Because it
You
could.
you do always like a 30, like back then, like especially like a 1060 and a 1080 were like the most sold, the two most sold cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's because people were either buying low end, like 3060, 1060, 2060, or they were buying high end, but not 3090, money. Like most people were spending 400, or they're spending around 800. Like 4 to 500, 7, 800. At least that's my opinion with it. Like a lot of my friends on Discord, I ask them what PC they like. They're like, yeah, I just got a new PC.
Like
Listen, and then I'm like, what'd you get? Oh, I got a 3080. Oh, I got a.
Like my what's it called? My manager. He's like, well, I just got a build at the 3060. It's like, you could afford more than that, but at the time I understood because there was nothing in stock.
But what I'm saying is, if you look at the amount of people that you've talked to and played games with, and you ask them what they have, a lot of people are gonna say.
He was gonna buy a 3080, but there was none in stock, so the only thing at the time was a 3060.
A lot of people are gonna say like 3060s or 3080s. That's most of the time what I've noticed. Which makes sense. Like, either buy a good card or don't buy anything. If you can't afford a 3060 or equivalent, you should just. You're the type of person that needs to pay someone to build the PC for you because you can't afford a 3060.
Oh, Brian says, hey.
Uh-huh.
What's up? Sorry if it took me a while to read the... See, the issue with fast-paced games is, yeah, you're more intense, but you get distracted and it's hard to read chat. But also I space out a lot, so... Oh, well.
Like, I just feel like there's a certain price point.
It's
It doesn't
kind of like when some people, like, why would you charge, like, up to $10 a month for something? It's like... Or more. It's like... Do you want me to keep streaming and have my PC keep running? And so I can maintain stuff? Or do you just not want it to work at all?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Or you want me to freaking go homeless?
Yeah, like, people don't... Like...
People don't make sense.
Yeah, people don't make sense sometimes, yeah.
You need a...
You always have interesting people with computer stuff. You have the people that buy such low specs that it's pointless buying, and they're just
Did
wasting
you
them.
guys watch the Carl Weasel Blinding Lights the weekend video?
Oh, you wanna know
yes,
something?
I have that for a Twitch alone.
Yeah, I've seen that like a year ago.
It says that I have to wait 596,523 hours before I can open it again.
That's what it says for me, but it's supposed to be daily. It's way beyond a day.
That is 100 years.
Because I think it's just bugged. Well, it obviously is.
It's because in 100 years they expect to have this season back again. Like rotate after 100 years. because all the seasons rotate on a 100-year cycle.
Mm-hmm. So yes, I saw the blinding lights thing. It's pretty funny.
But guess what? In 100 seasons, guess what? We're
What?
probably not gonna be playing Apex because Apex probably won't even exist.
But if they have the budget to keep running it, and if they want to.
I
But
mean,
at this
heck,
point, it's such a meme that it pretty much is.
huh?
Like, they make enough to keep it running.
Well,
Not to mention, if you look at the
Did you
the
know?
stuff see, the issue is if I charged $20 a month for something, people would think I'm crazy. But then they'll play like a game like Apex, and they don't understand that EA is very controversial because what they do is they always like, you know how like Microsoft has ways to make money, right? EA steps that on a whole nother level. Like those those EA Play like Plus or whatever it's called, those freaking subscriptions built in some games. Those, I forgot what the game's called, but it's a you buy the game and then you also pay in-game loot. It's kind of like how Rockstar works. Like Rockstar, everything is basically locked behind a paywall. Like there's nothing where it's like, oh, Microsoft can, a few things are not paid for. Like, everything in Rockstar, they're, like, gonna charge. Well, I guess Xbox is that way, too. Freaking $60 to $70 per game on Xbox average.
and then you have to buy DLCs.
You have to buy DLCs between 10, 20 bucks average, with a minimum of, like, $5. Then it's $10 a month for Live, or $15 a month for Game Pass with Live. Then it's... Then there's like a bunch of other things. Then you have to pay like $500 for the console, but then you have to pay like a few $100s a year just for Live, when you can get freaking Live free on a PC. Like, it's all locked behind a paywall, and people don't give a shit. People say PC's too expensive, but in the long term, console's actually worse.
Also, it's a lot worse, yeah.
PC is only more expensive if you build a PC that doesn't last.
Yeah, and its upfront cost is more. But your overall in an entire lifetime is less.
But still, Game Pass is not a bad deal. $15 a month for $100 games, averaging $30 to $60. That's like that's like thousands of dollars worth of games for $15.
Like, I had Game Pass Ultimate.
Thoughts on Microsoft making a partnership with the Unity engine for the cloud games?
Well,
I used to, like,
plays
me
cloud?
and...
Well, I don't really like cloud games, but I guess it's good for business.
Yeah. Like, me and my parents used to pay for Google. Like, we split half and half with Game Pass Ultimate.
Basically, Game
Because
Pass
they
Ultimate
would
and
have
Game Pass
my
is
sister.
only a good deal if you play those games. If you do not play those games and you're just spending $15 a month for the sake of spending $15 a month, then obviously it's not a good deal.
Just
That's not towards the ring.
like, for example, Steam, you could just buy a game. It does no subscription for it.
Well, you could do that but what I'm saying is if Steam added something where you could get $160 games for, like, $15 a month, that's a good deal, because instead of spending thousands of dollars
Yeah,
up
like,
front, you pay
imagine-
$15.
Imagine if Steam
Well,
had, like,
not every
Steam-
game is worth $60, but they're like $15 to $60.
But they probably can't get away with that because PC's already cheaper than like, if you buy Call of Duty on console, it's more expensive than if you buy it on the Steam market.
Well, typically it's the same, but you can find more deals.
Well, yeah, Steam has more deals, so therefore when you buy it, you're more likely to get it for cheaper.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think I bought Black Ops 3 on
memory war.
Spotted an enemy.
I think I got Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for like half the price on Steam than it was on console.
That'd be an enemy, fellas.
They're up top. Like I knew it's like I always check
Just
up
like
there.
when people, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, you know what it is instead of $60? 70. People are fucking bitching. It's like, bro, you're getting like a game that's multi-billion-dollar industry, and you're getting it for $70. Stop complaining. Now, I obviously wouldn't spend $70 like 100 times on that many games, but still. If I don't have $70 to spend on a game, how about that year I just don't buy the game, and I just don't play COD? Right? No one says you have to buy a Call of Duty game every time one comes out.
And if you do, you can wait till like the weekends and shit where they're cheaper.
You know what I mean?
Beginning ring countdown.
If it's too expensive, don't buy it.
Or wait till it's cheap so you can afford it.
Next thing you know, I get someone complaining. Why did you go to YouTube? Well, I'm more notice. So, why not? And you
I
can't
love
get
that.
monetized or whatever, and you can't get what you want if you don't work for it.
Mm-hmm. And it's already 5:07.
Not just that, it's like people also don't understand. It's like $60 to $70 for a game is like decently. It's not super expensive, but it's also not super pricey, right? Or it's not cheap, but it's also not insane. If you think about it, right? Right now, I don't have $70 to buy a game, but that's not my point. My point is, people will look at streamers and content creators and they want them to keep playing the latest games, but then they won't support those habits for them to afford to play that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like, oh, you want us to put... It's like, one time someone was like, Chris, buy, like, what are the Call of Duty packs? It's like $120. It's like, well, I can't afford that, so you want me to stream that pack? Well, then you have to support it so I can afford that.
But I don't want to support that.
It's like asking Microsoft to go spend... It's like asking Microsoft when they first became a company to spend $1 billion, but when they first became a company, they didn't have $1 billion.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's the expectation that people set.
Next thing you know, Christopher's silent.
Uh-huh.
Simon does the Christmas giveaway thing on his Twitter.
Thanks for the 3 likes. Oh wait, I thought I said I was gonna
Mhm.
take a short break. So I
Mhm.
don't get tired. Just like in the past I've had people say, Chris, why do you take breaks during streams? Because I understand I could play games, but it's not healthy to look at a screen for 6+ hours without looking away every now and then. Or actually getting up. Why is this doing this? Okay, that.
Yeah, but the whole cloud thing, like, I don't really care because I don't really play cloud games, but I think it's good for the company.
What?
What Brian was talking about.
Yeah, it's good for the company to stay a company, but it's not good for the consumer kind of thing.
Well, it could be because anytime they get a better engine, it's gonna be improved.
Yeah, but the cloud game in itself is not good. The engine is good.
But that's not what I'm saying. Cloud gaming will be better on a better engine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Call of the Wild upgrades the engine. Like, anytime you get a better engine, it's gonna be better, even if you don't care about the better graphics, it's not even the graphics. It's just the whole game core's function is better. Even if the graphics look the same on a different engine, the better and newer, more experienced developers working for that engine, it will probably have less bugs and shit. It's like if Apex replaced their anti-cheat, it's probably gonna be better off. It's right, probably have more bugs, but overall it's probably better. More of an advantage than a disadvantage.
Hmm. Where? Hmm.
Bought, then it'd be an issue.
Uh-huh.
Wait, how do I... No, come on, PC. Be right back, overlay.
Make sure you don't forget that.